had oil, betrayal, shoulder pads the size of Texas, and one of the most infamous plot twists in TV history. Dallas wasn't just a show, it was the 1980s. The primetime soap opera ran for 14 seasons, made international headlines, and introduced the world to TV's most charming villain, J.R. Ewing. But behind the scenes, there was just as much drama. From shocking recasts to global political influence. Here are 10 geeky facts about Dallas you probably didn't know. Fact number 1. JR wasn't supposed to be the star. When Dallas premiered in 1978, it was pitched as a 5-part love story centered around Bobby Ewing and his new bride Pamela Barnes, two lovers from feuding oil families. Think Romeo and Juliet, but with Cadillacs and crude oil. J.R. Ewing, played by Larry Hagman, was written as a supporting character, essentially the scheming older brother. But Hagman brought something unexpected: charm. Audiences couldn't get enough of his smooth one-liners, devilish smirk, and morally flexible business ethics. Soon writers began pivoting storylines to centre more and more on JR. By season 2, he wasn't just a supporting role, he was the show. In a twist of irony, the villain became the MVP, and Larry Hagman went on to appear in every single episode of the original series, 357 in total. Fact 2. Who Shot J.R. was a worldwide event. Season 3 ended with a bang, literally. The mystery of Who Shot J.R. became a cultural obsession. The cliffhanger aired in March 1980, but fans had to wait until November, 8 months for the answer. During that time, Dallas became a pop culture phenomenon. The question was everywhere, from water cooler gossip to Saturday Night Live skits. Betting parlours in the UK even took odds on the shooter. The mystery had such a grip on the world that even Queen Elizabeth reportedly asked, "So, who did it?" Spoiler alert, the shooter turned out to be Kristen Shepherd, JR's sister-in-law and mistress. The episode revealing her identity drew in more than 90 million US viewers, making it the highest rated television episode in American history at the time. It even beat the Super Bowl. Fact number 3. Larry Hagman held out for more money and won. Here's the real life drama. During the height of Who Shot J.R. mania, Larry Hagman decided it was time to renegotiate. With millions hooked on his character, Hagman played hardball. He refused to return without a major salary increase. CBS panicked. They even filmed alternate scenes with body doubles in case Hagman walked, but he held firm and got exactly what he wanted. His pay skyrocketed to $100,000 per episode, a huge sum for the early 80s, and he eventually earned a producer credit too. Moral of the story? If you're going to demand a raise, make sure 90 million people are waiting on your return. Fact number 4. Southfork Ranch is a real place you can still visit. That iconic mansion, Southfork Ranch, wasn't a backlot. It's a real place located in Parker, Texas. When the show started, the home was owned by a horse breeder who agreed to let production film there for exterior shots. But as Dallas exploded in popularity, fans began showing up. Lots of them. So many that the owner eventually sold the property, which was turned into a full-blown tourist destination. Today, fans could walk through the mansion, explore a museum full of props and costumes, or even host a wedding or corporate retreat there. Yes, you too can tie the knot where JR lied to half his family. Fact number 5. It was originally just a miniseries. When Dallas premiered in April 1978, CBS had no idea it was creating a television empire. The show was meant to be a 5-episode miniseries, a quick look into the clash between the Ewings and the Barnes family. When the ratings blew expectations out of the water, CBS ordered more episodes. The original miniseries was retroactively dubbed Season 1. The show then ran for a whopping 13 more seasons, racking up 357 episodes in total. It also inspired spin-offs, reunions, TV movies, and of course, a reboot. Not bad for a story that was supposed to end in 5 weeks. Fact number 6. The "it was all a dream" twist still baffles viewers. Here's where Dallas really went full crazy. In Season 8, Bobby Ewing dies. Tragic, emotional. The show goes on, until a year later when Bobby appears alive in Pam's shower. Yep, the show retconned an entire season by saying it was all Pam's dream. Viewers were confused, writers were furious, some of their best storylines just disappeared overnight. It's now infamous as one of TV's wildest twists, often referenced and parodied, and while it didn't kill the show, it did damage to its credibility. Let's be honest, you can only play the dream card once, and Dallas played it loud. Fact number 7. Dallas changed television globally. Literally. At its peak, Dallas aired in over 90 countries, making it one of the most syndicated shows of its time. In the UK, it was a Friday night staple. In Germany, it was dubbed. In Japan, it aired with subtitles. But the wildest story? In communist Romania, dictator Nicolae Cușcu allowed Dallas to air thinking it would expose the greed of Western capitalism. But it backfired. Viewers were mesmerised by the wealth, fashion and freedom. It reportedly helped inspire growing dissatisfaction with the regime. So yes, J.R. Ewing might have played a villain, but in real life he was part of a cultural revolution. Fact number 8. Brad Pitt got his start on Dallas. Before he was a Hollywood heartthrob, a young Brad Pitt appeared on Dallas in 1987, playing Randy, Charlie Wade's boyfriend. He was fresh-faced, charming, and very clearly star material. He only appeared in 4 episodes, but it helped launch a career that would include Fight Club, Ocean's 11, and Oscar wins. Not a bad resume builder. Fact number 9. There was a prequel movie that you probably missed. In 1986, CBS aired Dallas: The Early Years, a made-for-TV miniseries that explored how Jock Ewing built his oil empire and how the Barnes-Ewing feud began. It starred a younger cast playing the characters decades before the series began. While it flew under the radar, it added a lot of depth to the family lore and gave us fans a glimpse into the prequel era, long before prequels were even trending. Fact number 10. The 2012 reboot gave JR one last hurrah. In 2012, Dallas returned for a modern reboot on TNT. It picked up years later following The Next Generation, John Ross and Christopher Ewing, while reuniting the original trio, Bobby, Sue Ellen, and of course, JR. Sadly, Larry Hagman passed away during production, but the show gave JR a legendary send-off, fittingly with another mystery surrounding his death. The reboot ran for 3 seasons and earned praise for staying true to its roots while updating the soap for a modern audience. Bonus fact, JR's hat is in the Smithsonian. J.R. Ewing's white Stetson became as iconic as the character himself. So iconic, in fact, that one of Larry Hagman's hats now resides in the Smithsonian's National Museum of American History. It sits alongside cultural artifacts like Fonzie's leather jacket and Dorothy's ruby slippers. Not bad company for a ruthless Texas oil baron. From primetime twists to global influence, Dallas wasn't just must-watch TV, it was appointment television. Whether you love the Ewings or love to hate them, there's no denying the show's impact on pop culture, television storytelling and drama as we know it. Got a favourite Dallas moment we didn't mention? Drop it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like, subscribe and click that bell so you never miss an episode of TV trivia goodness.